Jack Abbott's world is about to collapse, and this time there's no one left to save him. Because Diane Jenkins Abbott isn't just angry anymore, she's done forgiving, done listening, and ready to destroy the man she once fought so hard to love. It all spirals out of control the moment the truth hits harder than ever before. Jack was drugged. Yes, that part is real. He wasn't thinking clearly, he wasn't himself, but to Diane, none of that matters anymore. What matters is what he did. What matters is that he still crossed the line, and what matters most is that he chose someone else. Diane stands frozen, her emotions raw and unfiltered, replaying the moment over and over in her mind. Jack in bed with Patty Williams. That image refuses to fade, it burns, it lingers, it poisons everything she thought she could understand. She tried to justify it. She even attempted to convince herself that it wasn't truly Jack making that choice. But the pain doesn't care about logic. The betrayal feels real. And that's all that matters now. Jack tries to explain again, his voice is softer this time, more desperate. He swears he wasn't in control. He insists he would never willingly hurt her like that. He begs her to see the truth. But Diane doesn't move. There's a long pause between them. A silence that feels heavier than any argument. Because this isn't just about what Jack did. It's about how it made Diane feel. Small, replaceable, second best. And that's something she can't unfeel. Her voice finally cuts through the tension, calm but sharp. Too calm. The kind of calm that comes right before everything explodes. She tells him something he never expected to hear, that she doesn't believe him anymore, not fully, not enough. Jack's face falls, he wasn't prepared for that. Not after everything they've been through, not after all the battles they fought to stay together. But Diane isn't finished. She reminds him that loyalty isn't something that disappears just because things get complicated. Loyalty is a choice, a decision, and in that moment, Jack failed. That's what she sees. Not a victim, not someone manipulated, but someone who didn't fight hard enough. And that realization changes everything. Jack tries again. He steps closer, he reaches for her, she steps back. That one small movement says more than any words ever could. There's distance now, real distance. And Jack feels it. For the first time he realizes this might be something he can't fix. Diane turns away, her eyes burning, but she refuses to let him see her break. Not like this, not in front of him. Because if she breaks, she might forgive. And she's not ready to forgive, not yet. Not even close. The door closes between them, and just like that, their marriage cracks in a way that might never fully heal. But Diane isn't planning to sit in pain forever. No, she's planning something else. Something colder, something sharper, something that will make Jack feel exactly what she's feeling right now. Because if he thinks he can walk away from this with excuses, he's about to learn just how wrong he is. That's when another name enters the picture, Nikki Newman. The last person anyone expected Diane to turn to. And yet, it makes perfect sense. Victor caused this mess, he set the wheels in motion, he manipulated the situation, and now, Diane is ready to use that same chaos for her own revenge. It starts quietly, a meeting, a conversation no one else knows about. Victor watches Diane carefully as she walks in. He can already tell something has shifted. This isn't the same woman who once fought for Jack with everything she had. This is someone else. Someone colder, someone dangerous. He doesn't ask too many questions, he doesn't need to, because he knows that look, he's seen it before, and he knows exactly what it means. Diane wants revenge. And Victor never turns down an opportunity to make Jack Abbott suffer. There's a moment where neither of them speaks. Just a quiet understanding passing between them. Then Diane finally says it. She wants Jack to feel it. All of it. The betrayal, the confusion, the pain. She wants him to question everything, the same way she is right now. Victor leans back slightly, considering. There's a flicker of amusement in his eyes. Because this is exactly the kind of chaos he thrives on. He tells her something simple, that he can help. That he knows exactly how to hit Jack where it hurts. And Diane listens. Carefully. Every word matters now. Because she's not just reacting anymore, she's planning. Victor suggests something bold. Something risky, something that will shake Jack to his core. The idea alone is enough to make Diane pause. But not for long, because the more she thinks about it, the more it makes sense. Jack hurt her in the worst possible way. So why shouldn't she do the same? Why shouldn't he feel that same sting, that same disbelief, that same crushing realization that everything he thought was stable is suddenly falling apart? Diane's expression shifts. There's resolve now, and something else, something darker. She tells Victor she's in, no hesitation, no second thoughts, and that's when things truly begin to spiral, because this isn't just about revenge anymore, it's about power, it's about control, it's about rewriting the balance between them. And Diane is done being the one who gets hurt. Now, she's the one who's going to strike. Meanwhile, Jack is left alone with his thoughts. He replays every moment, every mistake, every word he wishes he could take back. He doesn't understand how things got this far, how everything fell apart so quickly. He thought they were stronger than this. He thought Diane would fight for them. But now, he's not so sure. And that uncertainty eats at him. He tries to call her, no answer. He sends a message. Nothing. The silence is unbearable, because it tells him something he doesn't want to believe, that Diane might actually be slipping away. And the worst part, he knows it's his fault. But what he doesn't know is just how far Diane is willing to go, because while Jack is trying to fix things, Diane is already moving forward, already setting the stage, already preparing to change everything, and when her plan finally unfolds, there will be no going back. Because this isn't just a lesson, it's a reckoning, and Jack Abbott is about to feel every second of it. The shift begins so subtly, Jack almost misses it. Almost, at first it's just a feeling, something off, something he can't quite explain. Diane isn't yelling anymore, she isn't arguing, she isn't even trying to make him understand, and somehow, that's worse, much worse. Because silence means something has changed. And Jack can feel it in every moment they don't share, every call she doesn't answer, every message left unread. It's like she's already pulling away, piece by piece. But then things take a turn he never saw coming. He hears about it from someone else, a rumor, a whisper, something that shouldn't matter, but suddenly does. Diane, spending time with Victor Newman. At first, Jack doesn't believe it. It doesn't make sense. Not after everything Victor did, not after the role he played in this entire disaster. Why would Diane go anywhere near him? Unless there's more to it. Jack tries to brush it off. He tells himself it's nothing, just coincidence, just business. But deep down, doubt starts creeping in, and once that doubt takes hold, it doesn't let go. The next time he sees Diane, something is different. There's a confidence in her, a quiet strength that wasn't there before, and it unsettles him. He tries to talk to her again, tries to fix things, but this time, she doesn't even try to engage. She listens. Calm, detached. And when he's finished, she simply walks away. No emotion, no reaction, just distance. And that's when Jack realizes something terrifying. He's losing her. Not slowly, not gradually, but completely. Meanwhile, Victor is watching everything unfold exactly as planned. He doesn't rush, he doesn't interfere more than necessary. Because he knows the power of perception, sometimes, the idea of something is more damaging than the truth itself. And that's exactly what Diane is using, the illusion, the suggestion, the possibility that something more is happening between her and Victor, whether it's real or not, doesn't matter. What matters is what Jack believes, and what Jack feels. Diane understands that now. She understands that betrayal isn't just about actions, it's about perception, emotion, impact, and she's using that knowledge with precision, every move calculated, every interaction intentional, a glance here, a conversation there, just enough to make people notice, just enough to make it believable, and eventually, it reaches Jack in a way nothing else could. He sees them together, not doing anything inappropriate, not crossing any obvious lines, but close enough, comfortable enough, familiar enough. And that's all it takes. Because suddenly, Jack is the one questioning everything, the one wondering, the one feeling that sharp, unbearable twist in his chest. The roles have reversed. And Diane can see it. She can feel it. The moment it hits him, the realization, the pain, and for a brief second, there's satisfaction, because now he understands, now he feels it too. Jack confronts her. He can't hold it in anymore. He demands answers, demands the truth, but Diane doesn't give him what he wants. Instead, she turns the question back on him, asking how it feels to doubt, to question, to wonder if the person you love has already moved on. Jack doesn't have an answer, because the truth is, it feels exactly as devastating as she described, and that realization hits harder than anything else. He tries to deny it, tries to hold on to whatever is left between them, but Diane isn't backing down, not this time. Because she needed him to understand, needed him to feel it. And now that he does, there's no undoing it. Victor watches from a distance, satisfied. Because Jack Abbott is finally exactly where he wanted him. Broken, uncertain, vulnerable, but even Victor knows something else is happening here, something beyond control. Because Diane isn't just playing a game anymore, she's changing, becoming someone new, and even he can't predict what she'll do next. Jack, on the other hand, is running out of options. He can feel everything slipping through his fingers, and for the first time, he realizes he might have pushed Diane too far, that this isn't something he can fix with apologies, or explanations, or promises. This is something deeper, something permanent. And as he stands there watching her walk away again, one question keeps echoing in his mind. Is this really just revenge, or has he already lost her for good?